Welcome back to another video. Today, we're going over how to defeat Jeff really easily. Jeff is the Marauder. He is the big blue guy that everyone sees, everyone's afraid of. We'll go over how to kill this guy easily and with some strategy involved. Again, if you're not subscribed, make sure to hit the subscribe button and comment down below, just like these guys did, to get included in today's video. Now, let's get straight into the content. So firstly, let's talk about the loot that Jeff will drop. Jeff is going to drop a couple different items that you're going to need for armor and some quests. So one thing that is important about getting Jeffs and killing them is hardened bone plates. So hardened bone plates are used to make purple armor. As you see, I have 15 of it, so I'm not really broke. I can make a good amount of purple armor. You're gonna need these hardened bone plates for some crafts in your player's quarters and for some missions that the faction sends you on. They're also gonna drop some Marauder flesh. This is what Marauder flesh looks like. Again, you're gonna need this in some crafts, and it sells for a good chunk of money. So do what you want to do with it. I keep basically everything. Before we really get into it, I want to go over what guns are best killing Jeff. Jeff can be stunned by shooting him at the top of his mouth when it's open, so it's really important to have maybe a shotgun or a really good SMG. So here at the ICA, they have some really good options. So first of all, they have the shatter gun. I don't have it unlocked yet. Shatter gun, a very good shotgun for defeating him, because when you shoot the upper top of his mouth, the upper part of his mouth, it does a good amount of damage and it stuns him, so you can back up, reload, do whatever you gotta do. Shatter gun is super good against Marauders. The second gun, obviously, the Voltaic Brute. Again, the Voltaic Brute is a crazy gun. It is exotic, so not gonna talk about that much because not a lot of people have it unlocked. So let's get into some other guns that I'm going to use in today's video. So since I've been leveling up Osiris, I've been focusing on seeing what guns they have available to me. Two of the guns that I have really good luck with in killing Marauders are the Phasic Lancer and the Flechette. In this video, I use the Flechette silenced with some attachments, but Phasic Lancer is also very good. It does a really good amount of damage against these Marauders. So if you have these unlocked, I would recommend using the Flechette. If you don't have that, I would recommend the Phasic. And if you don't have the Phasic, the Manticore is always a good go-to for you. Now, if you're one of those guys that's leveling up Korolev and you want to see what guns does Korolev have to really make it an option to use to hunt Marauders, I'll show you. They have some pretty good guns to kill these Marauders on early game with. If we go to the Korolev market and we see weapons, they have the Maelstrom. The Maelstrom is a super good weapon against Marauders if you aim in and really have the advantage on these guys, because it's a shotgun that you can shoot really quickly and it does a good amount of damage. I usually put a silencer on it. It makes it so amazing. This gun is really useful, but I usually ADS with it. So if you have the Maelstrom unlocked, I'd recommend that. The hammer is also very good, but again, it is exotic, so not a lot of people have it, including myself. But those are the main guns you want to focus on, and let's now get into how to kill these Marauders. So I'm going to show you where to go on Bright Sands to kill as many of these Jeffs as possible. I wanted to make this video a little bit later into the game because I know some people are scared to kill Jeffs in the beginning, so now you should be well prepared and well equipped to kill these guys. So I spawned right in Swamp Camp, and I'm going to make my way all the way up to Jungle. This jungle area is going to be crucial in killing Jeffs because there's a lot of stuff in nature that you can use to defend yourself against him and defend yourself against his attacks. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by that. So for this video, I'm rocking a Flechette, which is an SMG for Osiris, and I thought it was a very good gun to kill Jeff. One thing that is really important when you're going to go farm Jeffs is to bring enough meds, because you will get hit a couple times when fighting Jeff, because sometimes he does some crazy moves that just don't make any sense. But you want to have the strong medkits and strong stims just so you can get these heals off really quickly, which is really crucial to healing up really fast. I wanted to wait for him to aggro on me a little bit, because when he opens his mouth, that's when you do a ton of damage. As you see, he roars in the beginning, and when his face is open just like this, and you see this orange part of his mouth shining, that's what you want to shoot at, alright? Because he has some different attacks, some different stuff that you gotta look out for. First things first, he's gonna do that. He's gonna scream, and you do a ton of damage to the mouth. Then, he's gonna usually sprint at you and go for some sort of dash attack. He's gonna go for some sort of swipe attack. So, run away. As you see, he did miss the swipe attack, so now I back up, I get some more shots into him, he goes for some more swipes, and I just keep dodging these swipes. You want to focus on shooting his face as much as possible, because that's where you're going to do the big chunk of damage. So right here, I'm literally playing zombies on him, I'm training around him, getting some good shots in. When he opens that mouth and it's orange, that's when you want to shoot. As you saw right there, I just did a ton of damage. Going around his swipes, when he opens that mouth, shoot it as quickly as possible, and you're gonna get him down to low health really quickly. As you saw, that last swipe attack did hit me, and that's why it's important to have heals on you so you can prepare for these Marauders and kill them fairly easily. As we saw, that kill took no more than 25 to 30 seconds. Very simple kill. They're not as intimidating as people think. So now I'm going to show you some examples of how to use nature as your friend, because sometimes you won't have a Flechette, sometimes you'll have a white gun, who knows. So let me show you how to use nature to your advantage. So right here in this encounter, I do start aggroing the Jeff. Jeff. And look what I do in this situation. Here he charges at me, and I see that there's a tree to my right, so I try to get around the tree, because when he swipes, he gets blocked by the tree, and that's important. You want to use as many objects in the area. You want to use as many of the objects around you in the area as much as possible, because you want something to defend yourself against his swipes and his attacks. So I use as many of the trees as I can. There's usually some logs laying horizontally on the ground that you want to dodge. Sometimes, again, he will hit you. That's why it's important to have these quick heals. So now in this situation, I see him charging at me, and right now I know I'm in a pretty bad spot because there is a cliff behind me, but I can use that to my advantage. If I get in a bad spot here, if I jump down, he cannot jump down after me. He has to find another way. He can just shoot me from here. He has to get around this object somehow, and if I drop down, I can heal. I have safety around me, so this is another option if I need to escape. I decide to fight it. The attacks you have to look out for with Jeff are very, very simple. Here is one of them. This is a lob attack where he shoots a little missile right here in this area, and he just lobs it over, and it's going to drop a little area of contamination. And if you stand in this area, it will damage you slowly, and it will slow you down big time. So you got to be wary of those effects. One thing to know about the Jeffs is if you're close enough to them and you're not too far, they will keep trying to swipe you. They won't go for the projectile attacks, because if you're close enough, they'll just run at you and try to swipe you. They will not use their projectile attacks if you are close enough. That's why I played around these logs. I played around the trees. I could try to stay as close to them as possible, because as you see, he swipes there. He doesn't shoot at me. After all of these different attacks, he still comes at me and doesn't try to shoot at me with a projectile, because I am close enough. And here I get another easy finish because I used the log to my advantage. If you're farther away from Jeff, he will do these longer projectile attacks. Right there, that's a rattler shot, but right here, he shoots his lob at me. It's an upwards motion, and it's going to go straight on me, and you're going to see it land in my vicinity. As we see here, it's coming down. These little projectiles right here are his attack. It's going to make a circle around me. If I stand in this circle, I get damaged slowly, and I walk slower. So here in this situation, I did have to back up and take some height, because one thing you don't want to do is get attacked by other mobs. The only time Jeff will be dangerous is when there's other mobs nearby. If you have 3 Striders, a Rattler, and a Jeff coming at you, it will be over, because you'll be trying to shoot the Jeff, then the Striders will attack you, then the Rattler will attack you. Try to clear the area before you even start any of this, just to make sure the area is cleared. Since I was more comfortable with Marauders, I decided to see how it went. Then if I needed to back up and take some height like I do here, I can shoot the mobs, kill them, and then go back to Jeff. So there is a bug with Jeff. So if we see here and we look, he is facing to his left and my left. So I'm thinking, okay, I have some free shots. Now he's getting ready to do his attack. Let's see where it goes. It goes straight at me, all right? This is a bug. So wherever you're looking, be careful, because he can shoot left when he's looking right. He can shoot back when he's looking forward. This guy's crazy, and he's on something. So again, be careful in these situations. Take your time in killing him, and focus on really just not dying. That's going to be it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I hopefully will see you in the comments section, or I'll see you in the chat of the live stream. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming, and I'll see you in the next one. Deuce.